Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Epic Fumble, where you can see these beautiful people being a full party tonight. Whoop, whoop. With Tally being. And mine is in her box, and she's not moving.
She okay?
Yes, it's her safe place where she passed maybe 80% of her day inside there. But yeah. So yes, full party. We will actually start with the dark elf, the beer we're drinking tonight from the Domaine Berthiaume that we saw at the Salon de la Passion Médiévale last weekend, where I think I saw someone who drank too much, but it was really controlled, yeah, and everything happened perfectly. But yes, we're drinking the Dark Elf, and we'll give you the review after the break. But for tonight, my players, well, the three that were there last time, Shroud, Vess, and Revna, who will be giving the recap of last session for the Floating Inspiration.
I've been doing it for the last two games, so if somebody want to do it now, that would be cool. But I have a lot of notes if needed.
Yeah, I have notes too, but I mean they're my notes, so they're extra chaotic as they usually are. So okay.
Sounds like you.
Yeah, I mean it starts off with loot, so I'll skip that. But then okay, so yeah, after the whole battle and as we're kind of like going around looting the place, looking at corpses to figure out what we can take from them, we notice that the werewolf is regenerating. So, as a solution, I decide to bitch slap him with chill touch to prevent him from healing until we figured something out. And then, as the whole bitch slapping thing is going on, we find a belt that has cord symbols on it. And well, actually Shroud does, I believe. And that's when Shroud goes like, "Oh, a vestige? Whatever," and throws it on the
I
ground.
didn't know it was a
It
vestige.
was off screen that you've heard vestige while there was insult in the bath scene.
Yeah, sure, but
Well, fuck that belt.
yeah, so Shroud goes fuck that belt, and we still kind of like discuss about having it examined by Astrid because we're like, well, we know this belt is probably special since it's in this like chest that was like that had a super elaborate lock on it. So like there's got to be something, but we don't really know what. So we'll keep it, have it examined later. And then we also found prisoners. One of them was a dwarven woman in rags and a human gentleman who hasn't showered in a bit. We learned that the dwarven woman was a guard, and that the werewolf was part of the myriad, and that the gentleman was on a diplomatic mission to Still, but that he's from Zadash, and he's friends with the Archmage of Domestic Protection, and that he has family in the Pentamarket. So we're like, okay, like we'll help you back because connections and shit. And we decide that we're going back to Adeslau. And we stopped at an inn/tavern for the night, deciding that we were better off, having a good night's sleep somewhere safe in a proper bed, long rest. And recover things. So we kind of like went our separate ways. Revna decided that she was gonna like people watch in the tavern section, using disguise self to camouflage her odd appearance. And that's when she overheard two people at a table discussing something other than us saving the guard, because apparently the townsfolk were really into discussing us coming back with the dwarven guard from the city. One of them had Norse-looking armor, and one of them was a man in large gray cloak with a staff. And they talked about how the people in town, Tally's tale is hiding my notes, lead a boring life. And now she's adding a bunch of pluses to my notes. Okay. Um, and then the man said that without them, the Dwendalian Empire would collapse, and that they lived off of raiding people, and that they had a task: find it and get it back. And that's when like Revna intervened and started talking with them, and she found out that they want to search for a cure to a corruption for a grove.
Yep.
And yeah, that their names, well, the man's name was Claw, but the women's name in
Unknown.
the yeah, we don't know what the fuck it is. She was the one with the Norse looking armor. Anyway, that's my notes. As I said, they're very fucking chaotic. So
Very fucking chaotic. Shroud, anything to add? Or
The only thing I want to add is the nice scene from Revna and Ves talking about Tusk Love.
true. Yeah, we did talk about smut for a little bit, but
yeah, so
I missed
bunch of
this?
smut. Yep. You missed the
the
book
VOD is
smut.
up, Carter.
Yeah, the VOD is up there. So, like said, here's a floating inspiration. So, little wolf at the bottom left of the screen on stream. Don't forget that you can also give them D4s and inspiration for the rest of the game, and re-roll if you are following on time during the game. But yes, nice recap, Revna, and floating inspiration it is. And was there anything specific you would like to do before going to bed, or we're skipping to the morning light? I'll take that as we're skipping to the morning light.
No, I was gonna say, like, we covered me, but if anyone else had something, floor is yours.
Well, Shroud mostly stayed and calculated the loot. But talking about loot, we'll quickly do the random ones, and we'll also do the HP because our crew is level 4, so some of them didn't have rolled the dices. So I'll invite Kaiser, Christoph, to roll
Yes.
his D6, I think.
Yes, I believe so, unfortunately.
Wizard.
Oh!
Oh, maximum HP. 6 it
The,
is.
the
That's
thickest
all.
wizard in the land.
I've got the pipes.
Well, he's in half plate.
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
not
Not
yet,
yet.
not yet.
Maybe
Soon.
just breastplate.
So
I'm
we'll
not sure.
follow up with Portia,
All right. Old lady rolling die.
D8.
Oh!
For
damn.
8, hot damn!
All the cookies I've been eating have been going to the right place.
Don't forget to add your Constitution modifier to this little ones in any feature or whatever that's coming with it. I think everybody else rolled their D last session, or you're doing it right now.
No, we did
No.
not.
All right. So Shroud, roll your D8, and Revna also.
E8.
The pink one, Shroud for 4, but the my rule is that you always take the average if it's lower. So right now it's a 5.
Mine's a D6, so
Okay.
4.
So 4 it is.
Yep.
So I'll re-import your character sheets, a whole lot of you.
What?
Yep,
we have
all
to-
done.
Damn.
And
Done.
Ves
Yeah.
already did it on the internet with me. So the morning comes, and well, Portia and Kaiser would be the first to wake up. Everybody had a room paid from for the guard that you saved back inside the cells, and well, you have all these good food, all those spell points back after all this time.
Yeah, so we can take a long rest, I
You
assume.
can click on the long rest since you
Awesome.
are sleeping comfy in a bed with a full belly.
Have you brought the new?
I haven't brought the new sheet, but you can click on long rest on D&D Beyond, so I'll
Yeah,
import the
thanks.
long rest thing.
Okay.
Here. Portia. Import. Oh my god, so many.
Hey, hang on. I'm like,
because there's the
Hey.
resources and like the Eldritch Cannon, Eldritch Fire.
Yeah, the resources are a bit funky when it comes to having this. Like the 20 doesn't make sense, but I'm like, all right,
I
whatever.
think it's their HP since you're level 4.
That might be it. That makes sense.
Because it's 5
Alright.
HP per level, I think, for
I would have to reread
the
but
cannons and stuff, but I think
yeah.
it is. So
Yeah.
here, Portia going for Kaiser, D&D Beyond, start import. I'll disable the automatic thing. So you will be able to track your resources. You have to track yourself your spell points for your level 4. Because it is not something that is inside D&D Beyond. And I closed the wrong page.
No, my HP.
well, let me know once you've imported my sheet. I'll change my spell points at that
New
point.
problem. Ravna. Edit. D&D Beyond. It's D&D.
D&D.
So, Portia and Kaiser, you're the first to wake up. You have all your single rooms. And the first meal also of the day is included in this. The breakfast is included. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're
Well,
going.
I spend a small time to just put on some makeup and to hide my drowish features as much as I can, so that I don't like bring on too much attention from the town folks.
All right. Are you proficient with disguise kits?
Yes, I think I am, and I do have it, so I can roll for it.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it,
Ravna is
though?
imported now.
I'm not sure where it is though.
It's supposed to be in your tools in your inventory.
Yes, it is.
Let me update that.
There you go.
It's already done. And shroud.
I rolled for it.
All right, 24. You lighten your skin tone to a level of a wood elf, if I could say. So since wood elves are a darker skin than high elves,
Yeah.
you light it up, and you will be going perfectly within the crowd with that 24. It's a really good makeup made. So here. All right, so everybody should be imported to character sheets. Tell me if there's any error. But when you come out, Portia, you know the physical form of Kaiser's face, so you recognize his traits, but right now you definitely see him as if it would be a wood elf.
I was nursing a little tea after a very rough day, so I'm slowly getting back into it. And as I take a little sip, I raise my eyes and I spit a bit of my tea back in the cup. Oh dear. Are you sick, Kaiser? Good morning.
Hi. Why do I look like sick?
You're so pale.
Well, I thought I had more tone than usual, in a sense.
Well, yes. But you're good, right? You're not feeling sick. You've had a full meal the night before and all.
Yes.
All right.
Speaking of meals, do you want to join me for the breakfast?
Yes. Let's do that. And I slowly get up and come to your side. Being closer to you now, would it show a bit more that you've used makeup pretty much, or?
Well, if you look at it, I guess that behind my ears or like my hair is the same or stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I need a second tea this morning. Oh yeah.
And are you sick? Is that why you asked me?
No, but I did have a bit of a near-death experience yesterday. Um, the locals aren't as welcoming as we'd hoped they'd be.
Let's hope they stay like that.
Yeah. So, why are you doing this?
Hiding my appearances that can spread some violent stuff in the minds of people? I'm not so sure.
True. Never had such an issue, so
Stunning.
unless it, yep. Well then.
And while this awkward moment arrives, you have Shroud and Ravna coming in. And
We're
Vess,
going
if she's
to eat. Do you want to join us?
Yeah. Are Claw and the other his companion anywhere in sight?
Roll me a d20.
Oh my god, I'm like
We'll
Where
see
is
if luck
everything
is on
again?
your side for that.
6.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm sure he would have said no, no matter the
The
result.
thing you see though is 2 empty plates at the table they were sit yesterday.
Okay. So yeah, I would still sit at my companion's table, but I wouldn't bother with disguise.
Cool.
So, what were you two talking about?
Oh, nothing important.
Breakfast.
Okay, well, in that case, I have a question for you, Kaiser. So, I found this scroll yesterday, but
And
I don't really know what it does, so I figured maybe you would know since you're so smart and everything.
well, I can look at it.
Sure. And I'll take it out.
So you can give me an Arcana check, sir. But I think you asked him as when he was not there. When
Yeah,
Christoph
because
wasn't
I have it in my notes that it's a scroll of comprehend language, but I also have written check with Kaiser. So
there.
I'll look over Kaiser's shoulder a bit curiously as well.
So at first glance, really quickly, since it is mostly your profession, you look at it and you know that this is a scroll of comprehend languages.
Yeah, that's a soul scroll of comprehend language.
oh well, I mean, might be useful at some point if we find
Oh,
something we need to read and that we
you
don't.
don't know the spell already.
Well, no, I know a lot of spells, but that's one I don't know.
I'd recommend you sell it then. I can use it without the scroll.
Oh, okay then. More gold for me.
All right. And talking about loot, we have the Kaiser and Portia loot to roll. So, Portia, please roll me a d100.
Oh, I'm so good at rolling dice.
26 here. 26. Roll me now. 2d6. So, when you were in the cavern, when you were looting the whole thing, you found a pouch that seems to be one of the guards seemed to be distracted when they packed it up, and his pouch was actually like where the food is on the counter, but behind a banana and an orange. And it looks like it would have been a hiding spot because you found something that is worth with 80 gold inside there.
Ooh, that's nice. We take those.
Kaiser, the 102, please.
I'm stressed.
58. 58. All right. So, roll me a 3d6. All
12.
right. So, a little bit further, there was a tent where you actually hid the corpse of the werewolf that you're transporting right now. Yeah, quick recap. There's a werewolf body stacked up inside the inside the place with the horse stables. So yeah, with there, well, you found around 120 gold piece within a small chest that seems to be left inside the corner with belongings. And from what you've seen, they had to leave in a hurry. So that's why it's mostly forgotten over there. So go back to Cafe Portia. Please roll me a D100.
I will do that. Also, there was something I wanted to do, but I happened to be unavailable before we left. But never mind. Hey, 81.
81. All right. Roll me. Also. Okay. Here. Roll me a D20, please. 14. All right. There's another scroll. And give me your Arcana check, please. For that.
An Arcana check? All right, let's do that.
Hello, just Kraken Daz for a natural 20 on that Arcana check. Well, like, maybe you recognize the handwriting from someone for the Cerberus assembly, but you recognize a false life scroll.
A scroll fast life. Ooh, nice. Don't mind if we do.
And Kaiser, please roll me a D100.
Again?
Yes, again.
Why?
Because you have more loot. 90. Oh shit. Oh shit.
That's good or that's bad?
The highest, the best. All right.
Nice.
Here. Okay. Roll me. Where is it? Roll me a D100 again.
What?
Yep. 7.
That's bad.
Depends. There was another scroll, but this time is a second level circle spell.
Which one?
Roll me an Arcana check.
All right.
For 16. Level 2, everything seems to be fine. This one is... Which one is it? 7 over there. It is Alter Self.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to learn from him.
These were mostly inside the boss chamber where you fought the werewolf. So this was your loot for the last session. I also recall both, well, not both, but the whole party, that our friends there was 2 set of armor next to the fireplace. There was a full plate armor, and there was a splint mail armor.
That's some heavy armor, all right. Full plate is wonderful this time of year, very in fashion.
But I took that you put it with the dead werewolf body inside the regenerating dead werewolf body inside the cart outside. So there's 2 set of armor over there. With the diluting ending, you have a vest. By the way, you have a D4 from Kraken Dance. And yes,
Nice.
Kevin, you wanted to do something.
Yes, we did have to play nice with a giant spider, and we passed through its trap of spider silk. I would have been interested in seeing if I could harvest that spider silk as a potential material for future weaving projects.
Do you have weaver tools?
I sure do.
So I'll ask you for a check, please.
With dexterity?
For this part, since it's to you see it and you just want to recuperate it. Yeah, yes, dexterity.
All right, watch me roll a 2.
Oh
There's
my
a
god.
natural 1.
Close enough, I guess.
So you
My portent power's a bit rusty, you know.
you arrived. You maybe had the time to gather like something that you could like do like a little bracelet, maybe of weaves. So still not so much. And then afterwards, there was still like reminiscent.
Like an ember that left.
Yes, and then the fire just. And you're like, you moved it towards and you just didn't pay attention. You were like, oh, I'm starting this, and you got this, and the rest just go in fire.
It's why I'm still shaking this morning with my tea.
Explains.
Explains everything.
Yep.
So, with all that, you have also someone with that is tagging along with your fellow parties. That is Anselt, and someone that seems to be also from the same order as our friend Vizier. Let me. Oops, wrong page. Here, show. Dear Henselt.
Good morning, everyone. It feels
Morning.
good to sleep after so much adventuring, right? I have good news and bad news.
Hmm.
Which
Start
one you
with
wanna
the
hear
bad
first?
one.
Start with the bad
Yeah.
one.
Bad
Yeah.
news.
The werewolf we were fighting yesterday was the boss of the Myriad in this section of the Dwendalian Empire of Odeslo and higher ups. Well, higher north. And, well, this might create a power vacuum of whatever's happening because since the Myriad and the Clasp is actually fighting against each other, they might have some shits happening near and then. But the monster problem with the werewolf is cleared. He was the only one that I found inside all the paper. I don't have any more info on the boss itself, but for the good news, I have news about the heavy locked chest that we had.
Yeah, the sad one. No gold piece or anything in it.
This belt might look a bit ruggish,
Dull.
even boring. The thing is, the wearer of this belt would be probably having incredible strength. One. And the symbol on it are related to Cord, the god of storm, and mostly worshipped by fighters, people who love challenge and combat, mostly. From what I read inside these documents,
And he handed back to Vess since she's the chieftain of this mission.
According to the papers, we intercept a vestige from the Divergence.
And all of you can make me a history check. Or religion.
Religion.
All right. All right. So, Portia, you didn't live it, but
I'm old, but not that old.
but first, the divergence is when the gods fought all together during the calamity. Is called something like that. And there was a war between gods and such, and the world was mostly destroyed by the betrayer gods. And well, vestiges from there seems to be relics or artifacts that seems to be from that time over there. That's been centuries old. And Revna, Kaiser, and Portia, you know these information about what this would be. So this belt seems to be something belonging to another era. And that belonged, technically, directly, to Cord.
That's an important belt.
And maybe the information of where it was supposed to go. It was supposed to go first in the Menagerie Coast to be transported in Taldore.
Hey, that's far.
I don't have any more news than that.
So people from Taldori might come after this belt.
Well, we already know that the clasp is from there, so maybe could be linked together. Oh.
Oh, is that why the clasp and the myriad were fighting? Because, I mean, technically it was in the possession of the myriad. And then, you know, when I, like, scried on that, what was it, like, that assassin we let go, he was, like, writing a message to the myriad from the clasp. So I'm thinking maybe the clasp is looking for this belt. And now we have it. How exciting.
We should return it to our archmage.
I'm
Or use it.
I'm just surprised something this important is in this was found here.
In the register, it was in between. It was not found here. It was in transport, and the boss from the Myriad was the one responsible for it.
Is it possible to make like a perception check just to be sure that we're talking only of this together?
Yes, you can give me a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Well, at first, there's not a lot of people. You woke up early since you went to bed, most of you early that night. So there's not a lot of people. And also people are in the fields mostly since the Odeslo is taking care of most of the food of the Dwendalian Empire. Well, they have to work early and finish late. So the place is mostly empty, and the only maybe 2% that could have been there, Revna clearly saw that they were already gone.
Well, if we stick with the mission, whatever we found is just something, actually. We should go back to Rexentrum, no? Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan, and we were gonna help the gentleman back there since he knows someone there, and then he can go back to Zadash. I think.
And for now, like, I just shake my new bag. The belt is hidden, so I'm not stressed that much, but I wouldn't feel safe if anybody wear it, unless somebody want to wear it.
Well, something that belonged to a god, I would like to wear it.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
didn't
for
ask you.
to-
It makes you really strong, right?
If it's
Seems
like
like it.
this super important thing and like ancient and stuff, don't you usually need to like kind of put your mind into it and like metaphysically link your essence to it?
Yeah, attunement. Link your
Yeah,
essence to
that.
it, yes.
That. So I'm guessing it's not just a matter of putting it on.
No.
Cool. So that means like it's not like if say someone were to be a dumbass and just put it, or like someone were to steal and just put it on, we're not suddenly be facing someone that's like exceedingly strong.
It's not that hard.
Well, I tried it yesterday and it didn't do anything, so I put it back in the bag.
Well,
Not
it like
just
shrank to
reality.
be your size, right?
Oh yeah, that's the fun thing about it. It's now super small.
It probably adapts because I do remember it being way too big for you.
Yeah, but magic.
Yeah, and apparently pretty strong too.
And there is a conjuration part related to the belt, but I didn't identify anything, but I guess it's about storm and lightning and stuff.
Wait,
Hmm.
conjuration, that's one of your fancy magic school, right? Like appearing thing?
Summoning, uh, moving yourself from point A to point B, like dimension door, misty stepping and stuff.
Like Thunderstep
Also, too, yeah.
from a Thunder God.
Maybe.
I mean, that'd be thematic.
Well, are we going now to Rex Centrum?
Well, I think that the goal was to just get a night's sleep and to make sure that we were not leaving anything behind and like we were not doing a half-assed job.
Weren't we going to that lake?
Yeah, to examine the spectral thingy and not throw the werewolf corpse into the lake.
That seems like not true. Who wants to throw the werewolf into the lake?
Not me.
That's what I thought. Why don't you just burn him?
It regenerates, but
Well,
it's
not
still
with-
dead.
Well, not with fire.
Nope.
Even
And even
fire.
with silver.
Have you tried severed his head?
No, but it is clinically dead.
Yeah,
The
I
heart's
heard you
not
the
beating.
first time. What happens if you cut his head?
Wait, can
I don't have any more silver weapons, so
Is there maybe some magical effect that has This
Probably curse
over
or
its
whatever.
body that we could perhaps identify?
We
probably
could
curse.
try to make a ritual to understand what happens.
So, Fred, since we know he's a blood hunter, does it rings any bell of like possible like not ritual but like a maledict or something that could potentially like trump death, like what he's doing right now?
Some of them developed regeneration, depending on lineage and how strong they become. But they would be still alive. The first focus of regeneration is that your body is fighting to stay alive. So the heart would be keeping beating.
Yeah, it would be beating at the very least.
So someone brought up a curse might be more accurate. Well, lycanthropy is still a curse in the beginning, so maybe it's something related to.
If I were to prepare Identify as a spell and try to cast it, could that perhaps give us more insight into what's going on with this body?
Let me check on Identify. Identify 5e. Choose one object that you touch through casting. If magic item, if that touch a creature through casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. You can certainly try.
I'll be back, and I run to the barn with a black pearl that is usually used as Singer's homunculus soul.
Oh no.
But I don't think we should do all those experiments in this village.
No. Honestly, I think you're right. I think the safest course for this would be to bring it back to Rick Centrum. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna spring back to life on us anytime soon. It could have done so in the night and it didn't. Now, from what Ansel told us, technically the whole job would be done, but we will need to do some follow-ups on this whole like power vacuum thing, and more than likely advising the correct archmage about the matter.
That seems good. So, what's your call, team leader?
Oh, you almost sound like you believe it. That my call would be that we've slept. I say we eat, and then we take Mr. Fancy Pants with us, and we head back home.
Seems like what we're going to do.
Unless someone still needs to do something here specifically.
Nope, I'm just gonna check on my camera because it keeps bugging in and out.
All right.
Let's go, Everlight, to a new adventure.
Kaiser!
What?
And it flies away. Portia, were you still going to identify the body?
I'm a stubborn old woman, and unless somebody physically restrains you, I'm like, oh, I didn't hear that. I'm hard of hearing. You know how hard of hearing old elves are, and go to the barn.
The one that are naturally proficient in perception.
It's because it points out the ears become so long with age that they curve inwards and they block the ear. That's what happens. Yep.
So, you're casting your identify magic. It brings up, when you identify, you see that, you have some trace of magic in there. You have some glimpse of something that is affecting the body. But it is not a curse. It is not a magic item or anything. It's a spell that seemed to be permanent on the body. And it is set up on a spell of regeneration. Like the 5th or 6th level spell of regenerate.
Hey. As in it's related to that, or it's like a version of that spell that seems to constantly work on that body?
It seems to constantly work, but its point of origin seems to be related to is lycanthropy.
Okay. And understanding this, do I think that something akin to dispelling this spell effect could be a possibility?
You can either give me an Arcana or Nature check.
I'm gonna try Arcana, because I'm not an outdoorsy type of elf. Do I have the same modifier?
19. So with the Arcana, something might be dispellable, but with some, like a lot of permanent effect, like artifacts, magic items or such, it is a temporary dispel. Maybe you're going to be emptying the charges, or depending on whatever in the magic item, but a creature with that kind of spells that's been put on it, you think about experiments. It's something experimental. It's not something...
Okay. I'm taking notes because this is very interesting. Like, if this can be done on a body, it could be done on clothing then. And I'm saying,
well, that's what enchantment is.
Old elf lady discovers enchantment more news than 11.
And we have Ari back.
Yeah, hi.
So, you were going towards this cavern back where you found the wolves. Was that it?
I have no idea because I've been popping in and out, so I missed the last.
Yes, we were
minutes.
heading back there
Okay.
to check more about the like spectral lake without having the like pressure of fighting wolves and shit.
All right. You go back and you see that, well, maybe food that was left behind by the wolves or anything that could have been gathered over there. They left with it. They came back after you guys were gone, and then took back like what left of food was there. And the glowing is still in the middle of the lake. It's emanating that seems to be in the deepest zone of the. Do you want to attempt anything?
Do I have an empty vial on me?
She wants to become a werewolf.
Yes.
No, I'm curious.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Basically, my idea is just to collect some water into a vial.
No problem, and you do. And
However,
all right.
I'm gonna try and do it without putting my whole arm into the water and like exposing myself to whatever
Yeah,
it is.
just a little.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be kind of smart about it.
Okay.
I'm going to lean towards Shroud as this is going on. If only there was a way to move things without touching them.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing to myself.
And you grab the water vial and you look at it afterwards. It is pitch black, so you light up any source of light that you have with you, because the light emanating from the lake is not enough. And when you see, this is only water. Like any spectral or light would be coming of it seems to be more of an effect inside the water.
Well, I mean, that clears something. That means that technically it's not the body of water, but rather what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's probably not poisonous. I still don't think swimming into it is a good idea.
I'm going to cast my mage hand next to me, and it's invisible, so nobody sees it.
Well, do you still have the somatic and verbal components too?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
can go in a corner and do that while nobody's looking at me. Ask for Everlight to scream on the other side when I do that.
Kaiser!
I can roll a stealth check if you want.
Adventure! Kaiser!
No need. So you have
Okay.
your
Mage hand.
mage hand ready.
I just want to put my hand on top of the middle of the lake and just splash the water a bit.
And it does. And something. No.
Aww.
Now, come on.
At the top of the water, nothing seems to be moving inside of the water. Like you tried to move some things. Give me a perception check, Shroud.
Okay, we'll do. Uh,
16. It's not that something is moving towards it. But when you did it, you've seen the place located where your end is. More light seems to be like the light is stronger where your mage end was located.
Well,
Hmm.
that's weird. Hey, Revna,
Hmm.
you should freeze the water. Oh, Kaiser, you should freeze the water too.
I can't freeze water.
I mean, I can do that. I can also make shapes. I can change the flow of the water. I can change its color. Do you have a preference?
Freeze?
Okay.
Why?
I'm not sure. There's
Red.
something weird with the water. I just want to see what happens if she does it.
I mean, I can do it. It's just that you're aware that it'll take a while for it to unfreeze, though, right?
Well, at the point where we're at, whatever is good, I think. Unless someone has an idea.
I'm curious to see where that goes.
I could send Singer down there to check it out.
You don't have Singer anymore.
Oh, but I can make a Singer that walks around.
Oh, you
It's-
got
I
an
can make the
infusion? there?
cannon. No, I can make the Eldritch Cannon. Usually I do it as a tiny object, but you can also make it a small object that can move around. So it's a little walking turret.
Yeah, true, but it could not grab anything or.
Well,
But yes,
I
you
have
could
it.
send it.
I have an idea.
Oh, you
We lost
muted
your sound.
yourself.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, I'm gone. I have an idea, but it could take a while. About an hour, I think. But if I let go of Everlight, I could maybe bring a new friend that can go in the water.
Well, do you want me to do something to the water
Yes.
before we risk that?
Yes, sure.
Okay. And yeah, if I freeze it, it'll take
Yeah,
about an hour.
Revno.
If nothing happened, that leaves you with time to.
Oh,
Oh,
Hmm.
network issues.
You muted yourself again.
no, we lost you.
We lost you.
Oh, you lost me. I was just gonna say if I freeze the water, it'll take an hour to unfreeze. So when I do that, if nothing happens, then you'll have your hour to turn the Everlight into whatever you wanted to turn it into.
Yeah, sure. If everybody want to do that, I don't mind. Unless anyone has another idea here.
Can't you
Are
just
we-
grab something or put your mage hand thingy that you're bragging about all the time and see what's in the deep?
I snap a couple of needles and I weave a little spectral hand. Like I could try.
Um,
Okay, you know what? And she's just gonna wave her hand, and a spiral of water from the lake's surface is just gonna like spiral up and out. See
Okay.
if that does anything.
The water, the light seems to be emanating. The light disperses itself in water really chaotically, but doesn't seem to be. Okay, now. All of you, when this small whirlpool, if we can say so, just go down, there is something that's moving below. Like the source of the light seems to be moving when the whirlpool happens.
Does it seem to be moving with the water or independently from it?
With the movement of water.
Hmm.
there is a very simple solution to this. It would mean taking off my armor and just diving into the lake. I mean, we get an answer pretty fast.
Well, I do have a scroll, but I tend to learn from it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do that.
Be careful.
Well, I guess if we see a bunch of bubbles bubbling up to the surface, that means you're kind of like in trouble. So
Yeah,
Do you want
That's
some
great.
rope?
I got some.
yeah,
What?
we could tie you to the shore, and then if there's an issue, we can try and pull you back.
Well, we could start with like, I could just move my mage hand in the water first.
Then do it.
Oh, okay, I can do that. So I'm just gonna put my mage hand in the water, but I know there's a rule for mage hand in water that they're like
Well-
half speed or something like that.
There's no problem. It takes maybe a few seconds.
I
When
tried
you
to go back to the source of the light that was moving or whatever that was.
you're going towards there, and you feel like you grab it with your spell, but even with the water, it seems heavy.
5 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Oh well, guys, we have a problem.
It doesn't need much more. Like maybe another one could be working, but
You having trouble there, Shroud?
Yeah, I think my hand is too weak to bring up what's in there.
Do you need a helping hand?
We could try that.
Okay. I throw my hand at it.
and when you're going, and two mage hands are going, and you are able to pull the thing out of the water. Well, you don't pull it out of the water because as soon as the thing arrives at the top, it's getting too heavy because the water is removing most of its weight. So you are pulling it with your 10 pounds underwater.
Do we see it now?
You see it now, and like I said, it's emanating light.
And then it weighs half its weight because I
Oh.
use my my magic on it.
With the half its weight, then the mage hands are able to do what it does. So you, when it comes above the lake, well, the small pond of water, this thing looks like an egg that is emanating that white greenish light, and it is almost transparent. Because do you bring it closer or you keep it at the middle? Because right now that's what you see. It is the shape of an egg.
I follow Portia movement.
I look over at Shroud. It's pretty shiny, and I start pulling it towards us.
Yeah,
An
yeah.
egg or like kind of a
An egg, like a big one.
I searched another dragon.
I was gonna say, is it a dragon's egg?
Are
That
we
would-
each going to have our own dragon at some point?
You
Can
get
we
a
do a
dragon.
nature
You
check on
get a
it?
dragon.
You can give me a nature check.
Or religion, right?
Nope.
I forgot there was a dragon at Rexentrum.
That's how I sleep at night.
Mazum.
Your reason to live.
Do we need to be proficient in nature to roll it, or can we just?
For this, I would require proficiency. Yeah.
Oh, then don't. Don't.
Vess.
I'm proficient.
I'm a
I'm
children
not
of the
proficient
street.
in it.
I don't know nature.
I'm so bad.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have nature proficiency, so.
The only thing that you know, Vess, is this thing.
I don't have proficiency. I didn't know.
Oh, you don't have proficiency,
I
but
don't.
Shroud have.
Yeah.
When you
Nature
pull that
boy.
thing up and you put it closer and closer, this side of an egg, and like I said, it's transparent, but the closer it comes, without the light, it is a solid green, black, and you can see what's inside. Like, from what you would be seeing a fetus, this creature seems to have lower body with like 6 legs. Doesn't look to be humanoid. The torso seems to be disproportionate on the right side, and there's just the head is way too big for what it would containing in that kind of thing.
Oh, what the heck is inside of this egg? It looks like an octopus, but it's not an octopus. It's
Should we
missing-
try breaking it?
No.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
But it's still really shiny, so I'm not sure. Ma.
Oh, that's a very peculiar thing.
Ooh, or maybe you can have Everlight sit on it. You know, like birds. They
Yeah, yeah. I
warm
get
up
it.
their eggs so they hatch.
Yeah, that's funny actually. But I'm not
But
sure
no,
that's the solution.
And from what you see on the exterior of the eggshell, this thing seems to be old as fuck. Like there's scratches on it that seems to be cracked inside the eggshell, but the thickness of the eggshell seems to be something quite big, maybe half an inch.
What the fuck did we just found?
Oh my god, we find so random things in our adventure.
um,
I still say we break it.
No,
That sounds like a cataclysm waiting to happen.
I
very
agree with that one.
possible.
Do
Okay,
you?
well, the other solution is maybe bringing it back with us and having it examined.
Yeah, is there enough space in my bag to put it with the belt?
If it's something alive, we
Will it
should be
die?
careful. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah.
It's an egg.
That wasn't a lake.
That was in a lake.
Maybe it would be wiser to bring someone to maybe identify it rather than bring it back with us. Because what if it's like dangerous and it just hatches in the middle of the travel?
Well, why would it hatch now if it wasn't a lake all this time?
Well, maybe the lake was preserving it from hatching.
Mm,
I'm start passing a black pearl over it. Maybe there's a magical effect. Who
So
knows?
you
Sorry, I have problem with my voice pad.
it's okay.
So you attempt to you bring it closer and you put it on the ground because you would have to concentrate on doing your ritual, and right now you're hanging it with your mage hand.
Oh yeah. We're not holding it with our hands yet, huh?
Oh,
I am willing to hold it in my hands in a somewhat maternal way.
But can I hold it with my single mage hand since
Since
no because the one
even if it's half weight from Kaiser,
yeah.
nope, it's because it's half weight and you're holding with two hands out of the water that it's still
Mm,
movable.
I get
yeah,
it. I can be of help. Sorry.
it's all good. I will take it with my hands, if that's cool. I'm holding the egg.
So you grab it and then no. you you grab it in your hands and nothing seems to be happening for now.
I'm gonna take a closer look and listen to it, see if there's like something moving within, or
Nothing seems to be moving within. And you start your thing with your pearl, right? For the identifier.
yeah, yeah.
So while you're doing this, you're moving back and forth while doing and it's almost like you're swinging a bit.
Yeah, I'm rocking. I'm rocking
You're
the
rocking
egg.
Well, I guess Portia became a mom.
So from inside your head, you hear,
Do we all hear this?
only you, Portia, in your head, telepathically.
I'm passing the pearl and I stop. I'm like, yes, warmth. And I continue passing the pearl.
And it takes you 10 minutes and you arrive to identify it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like a few seconds before, you just hear a
That's a wolf.
What wolf?
You're not.
Not wolf. Not a wolf. Not a wolf.
and you finish your incantation of your ritual of identify. And the only thing you are able to identify from this, it is a creature. See, but it is also an object. Because the egg is the equivalent of a wall of force. And a spell seems to be emanating from this egg continuously.
Do I know what spell is emanating from this egg continuously?
I'm searching to find the right name. It is Awakened. Awaken is a spell from the Druid spell list that makes an animal or a beast with the equivalent of an intelligence of 10.
Yep.
Seems like it.
I slowly put the pearl inside my pouch and I tuck it in and I.
And since you took it for 10 minutes, I will ask you to remove 1 permanent max HP to your character sheet.
Permanent?
What?
I'm getting old with age, okay? That's how it manifests itself.
As you just felt when you were, and again, you just holding back your things, and you're moving your pearl in your back. You just hear a
Worms.
and all of you feel you hear a emanating, and the light just brightened from the egg and turned the egg turned the pitch black green that it is normally without the light, and then burst of light. You're all blinded for a round for 6 seconds,
Hell is that?
and you all hear a and then it fades.
Yeah, I say we eat it back in the lake.
Nope.
I'm like sweating heavily right now.
And when you look at Portia, she have a bit more how can I say?
She's
How do
more
you say
wrinkly.
rid in English already?
Wrinkles?
Wrinkle.
Like
Wrinkle.
somehow even more wrinkles.
A bit
And
more
I'm-
wrinkles because you aged of 5 years.
May I ask, how did we found this lake?
Okay, so we found the short recap out of character just because technically you lived it.
Well, he was there.
So that-
It was where the intelligent wolves you were found.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
we Shroud and I had the brilliant idea to shoot one, and we ended up killing it, and it was actually they were like being commanded by the werewolf, and
So-
yeah,
So, in a cave where there were intelligent wolves, we find a strange, intelligent, green, monstrous eggs in the center of the water. That seems to own some worth.
and apparently did a number on Portia's skin.
What was our mission? Because I think we are far away from the goals of why we're here. This seems above our pay grades.
Honestly, that was just me wanting to be sure that we cleaned it correctly.
Yes.
Now I still stand by what I said. I do believe yeeting it back in the lake is the best idea.
I mean,
Yeah.
or we break it like I suggested, because this thing.
If it did that just by like Portia holding it, I do not think we want it loose.
So, I don't think we can really break it if we throw it really hard underground. It's not as much of an egg as it is. I think it's a a ball of force that is magically holding whatever it is inside there.
Well, because I wasn't thinking throwing it. I was thinking we put it on the ground. And you know how Kaiser and Vest are both wearing, like, armor? Just, like, stomp on it really hard.
No, I'm agreeing with whatever the plan is, not to break the thing.
Whatever this is, I
Put it in the
there's-
bag.
Yeah, we can put it in the bag. We can put it in the bag. Yeah,
Mhm.
the bag's
Put
good.
it in
Oh,
the
I
bag.
mean, yeah, I guess there's probably someone back at the
I'll
Cerberus
put it in my
Assembly
bag
that
of
will be
holding.
able to figure out what this is.
Do you think it's a good idea to put the egg and the belt at the same place?
No, it's
Oh,
in
no.
the Portia's bag.
I have a bag of holding, and Shroud has a handy haversack.
Okay. Just
Did I
asking.
not?
We have an egg with the strength of whatever shit come out of it.
The world's smallest baby emerges.
No, but seriously, I'm pretty sure somebody at Rexcentrum is gonna be super happy that we brought it back, and he's gonna look at it and tell us something incredible, and we'll be like, "Cool."
Or
Yeah.
We fucked up.
no, we didn't fucked up. We actually did our job, Vas, because this thing seems to be living,
Yeah.
so it is a monster that can be dangerous for the rest of the realm. So I think that the Cerberus Assembly might not be the best way to have information about it.
Actually, not. Yeah,
What are
maybe
you
declare it.
suggesting?
Declare it order.
Your government might want to weaponize that thing.
And
My order stands that any threat coming from other worlds or within that have an origin of monstrous, we're dealing with it.
I'm sorry, are you suggesting that we commit treason to our organization?
It is not a treason if it's not reported.
You
Or
did
you can
mention
report
yourself
it
it was
that I
technically,
brought it back.
and you did
Incidentally,
mention it was technically not part of the job. So we don't need to report it.
No, of course not. We're not sent here on the budget of the Cerberus Assembly.
We were sent here for the monster problem that were the
Mhm,
werewolf, which we solved.
We work for the Cerberus Assembly and we're here on an official mission. What we see is what the Cerberus Assembly see.
I beg to differ.
So, you can report back to the Cerberus Assembly that I left with it. You have my face. I've met your boss. If she wants to send me a message, she will.
What if she doesn't send you a message and,
And
she
she can
sends
scry
people
me.
after your life?
I know
Well,
they
that
have
would
assassins
be
and stuff.
also that would be a really dumb move on her part to do that.
And we're already working together. She helped me. Let me help you.
But why do you want us then not to report the act?
I firstly reported it because we're always bullshitting our way since we started this mission. You cannot say no.
Well, I know the theme I'm with, but I'm not bullshitting on the person getting give us this mission.
So that's why I'm
Alright.
being retroactive and say, report that I've left with this thing, and I'll be bringing back the bag to whoever needs it. Or even maybe send a circle of teleportation to so you will have your bag, haversack, or bag of holding.
Um,
That fit with you, I think like that's the best option. It goes into the hands that are the most competent for handling it, but the Cerberus is not left out of the equation.
I'm mostly listening despite having lost 5 years of my life in 10 minutes. Being shaken as I am wary of anything, especially trusting words, because the last time I heard a trusting word such as warmth, look what happened. Um, how am I feeling? How honest is Hansel sounding to me?
Can give me an insight check.
Yeah. Is that, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, his first reflex was the one who seems to be hiding most of the time what he's doing. But from what he said afterwards, about when his body shifted on a, we worked together, we fought together, even if off screen it was him and Revna against spiders while you were fighting the werewolves and stuff. But his behavior became less skiish. He wasn't trying to skip when he was saying, okay, do your report shitty thing and just say that to them. And when he said talk about the boss, he went a bit condescending because high people, high status, high whatever shit, government, politics, blah, blah, blah. But in all, he seems to be honest with his behavior.
All right.
And
Can you, at the very least, share your findings on this thing so we know what it is that made me go through all the pains of motherhood all over again in record time?
All over again.
It
I'm
might
never getting kids.
it might take a week because using blood magic is not something that happens quickly, and we would have to go beyond what you've seen with the empowerment of an identifier.
All right. How about this? We trust you with this. Just share your findings with us about it because, and I look at Kaiser. Information as a value in its own, right?
Well, I just never liked the part that we hid any information to the Cerberus Assembly.
So we're not hiding anything. We're trusting our friends to do what they're good at and to share their findings with us.
And I'll go myself with the circle of teleportation thingy, since I have the room to use it, and I'll bring it to my superiors. I'll be able to teleport back. Sends me a message if any of you is able to do so or find a way to do so. Guess you're capable people. And I'll be able to, the day after, teleport back to Rexcentrum. But not less than a week.
That sounds fair to me.
And for what it's worth, I can vouch for Insult. Like, I do believe it's gonna go into the more competent hand that way.
All
Well,
right.
in any case, I can make sure he's not lying, if anything.
How would that be done?
Well, I mean, you know how I'm able to scry on people.
Oh, right. I have like my embroidered bag of holding. There's a bit of like not scales, but seconds and all. I'm like, do you want to place something on the bag or?
Hmm.
I got a nice little
I
date.
mean, Hansel's right there and watching. He would know. So
Yeah.
I'll wait until no one's paying attention.
All right, I'll put this here and forget about it and grab Ansel here. And be like, all right, Ansel, I'm trusting you with this. Look at what it did to me.
And you You said it in front of me. In an active conversation. You can
Yeah.
just give me your fingernail or whatever you're doing it with it. And I'll take it willingly.
No, I'll slip it onto you when you're not paying attention. That way you won't know it's there.
Fine.
Maybe it's on the back. Maybe it's in your underwear. Who knows?
Anyway, you're all good with that I'm leaving with it, and you can report back to your Astrid, Archmage.
I'm thrilled with joy.
As
Should
usual.
tell it to your face.
Look at that smile he has.
I mean, he does look a little happier than he usually does.
I think what you mean is smug, but sure.
It's the makeup.
We just needed to find an otherworldly thing that's damage an old lady even more with age for making him smile.
That is awfully morbid.
Oopsie. Can we leave this place?
Yeah, honestly, I
Yeah.
don't plan on sticking around to take a dip.
Good.
So you're leaving the small cavern that was next to, and that you were not knowing what you were moving next to, this little pond of water. Portia learned it the hard way.
Hey, Revna.
Yeah.
If you want, you can give me the nail. I can plant it on him. He won't know.
Ooh, that's actually a good idea. But here's the thing. He's kind of expecting a nail. So what if I do this? And I'm just gonna like reach into my mouth with pliers and pull a tooth out. Just-
Oh.
It hurts like hell. Like,
Yeah. She
like
does not
technically
look
you don't even
affected.
have the strength to do it, but
She's like, okay, hang on. And then until I roll whatever the fuck I need to roll to pull a tooth
Oh
out.
my god.
You're
Just
pulling your
imagine
tooth-
Revna behind us for a minute trying to snag her and do that.
She's like
hoping
this.
nobody notices.
at some point I'm pretty sure she grabbed the dagger and she's like, so you're inflicting yourself 1 damage and you will be able to remove that tooth.
And I
I'm
just
just-
give a very bloody tooth.
I summon my mage and take the bloody tooth and try to hide it next to me for now.
So there's a floating bloody tooth.
And Revna's just like,
I'm just like,
Is it a molar or is it one of the front teeth? So you see a
no,
freaking
it's
gap.
like it's one of the back teeth.
Those hurt like hell when you get them removed.
Yep.
I just can't.
It's fine. It'll grow back.
It won't.
It will actually.
No.
What the fuck?
okay.
She's built different.
Oh my god.
Okay, and where do you want me to hide this?
Well,
is bound.
you're the one. Wait, hang on.
So she tried to explain it to you, and you don't understand single shit she's saying.
Okay, I get it. No, stop talking. I get it.
Honestly, had I known, I would have lent you my crowbar.
Oh,
Do we pull out the whole jaw while we're at it, or what?
What is happening, guys? That's why they suggest to us treason. Look how we act. Are we children? Are we
Treason? That
professional?
is such a big word.
We're still professional, Kaiser. We just have our moments. Yeah, talk with Everlight.
Yeah.
I'm going outside of this cave. Have fun.
Kaiser,
And I'm just
Kaiser,
leaving.
Kaiser, listen.
No, it's
It
okay.
doesn't matter how old you are. You can always be a child at heart.
No, I won't be that. Goodbye.
I feel so weird.
so you're back on your way. Do you want to stop at the end? Do you want to make any stop before going back? And so just like,
may I just recall you?
That he didn't saw the whole thing of the moving tooth and the like was already out, and when you guys joined out.
That I was the only one with a tent, so it might be good for you to buy one. Just saying.
I think we have heard enough from you. Goodbye.
You're
He does
so
make a good
rude.
point. He does make a good point, though.
And I'm leaving. I just scream this, I'm just like,
What
Crowd,
a brat.
crowd. Quick, while he's a crackhead.
Okay,
What?
come here. I'm gonna tell Revna to come close, and I'm gonna inflict myself a 1d6 damage. I think where it's 1d4.
It's your emo craft, so I
So
think
it's
it is
1d4.
1d4.
1d4, and I'm gonna heal her like mouth situation.
I want to see.
Okay, so it won't be long. I just need to open the right character sheet for that.
So what does it look like when you heal her and while you're inflicting yourself this damage?
Okay, so the way it looks is basically, so she, the way I see it, she likely like has a little ring that has like a spike on it, which she can spin around, so it's like on top of her ring, or she spins it under and she can use it to like open her palm or something. And so she just does that, and she goes and she just like boops Ravna's mouth, and it's like tiny like the way I see like tiny threads of blood that just go and like repair shit.
So that's how you're healed back your damage and your jaw
So I'm
healed back.
gonna roll it. 'cause
It's
I need
numbed
to
a
roll it.
bit, but
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I feel like I'm at the dentist.
meanwhile, when Kaiser and Salt were like not arguing but having a situation, I will try to plant the teeth somewhere on him.
you can give me a sleight of hand check.
For sure, I'm gonna do.
All right. So you do.
Bye bye teeth.
All right. Oh yes, healed back a little 6 HP, even if you only had 1 left. So, with all this shenanigans happening all around, Insult left with your Porsche, with your bag, I guess. Yeah.
If you want your belongings, because all your thing, if you want to use your infusion, give me maybe 3 days before stopping concentrating magic in it, and I'll keep your belongings in the chest and I'll bring it back to you in a week.
You're a trustworthy person, Ansel. I know I can depend on you to do the right thing.
Oh gosh, that escalated quickly. But yeah, sure. Well, it was nice working with you all. all. And, thank you for your help with this matter. I'll send word to Astrid once you've done your report, since you are the one in charge. And, yeah. Safe travel. Careful of the wolves. They're streaming now. So, yeah. See ya.
And he leaves with his staff, backpack, and red lantern.
So I can check on him tonight. To make sure he still has the eggs.
I could make you a little wooden tooth if you want.
Oh, like I said, it'll grow back. I'm just not really used to speaking with Miss Shingtooth.
Yeah, I could heal the bloody mouth, not the tooth.
Okay. Didn't know that you still had your milk teeth. I think your childhood teeth.
I don't know. I lost those as well. It's just the magic I use to create tokens. They whatever mission part I have, it grows back.
Have you tried using this with the tooth fairies?
Oh. That's not a bad idea. I could make a profit.
Food for thought.
Hmm.
Food for thought.
You also have this noble that you have to escort back.
Oop.
Do you grab him at the inn? It is
Yeah.
still like early morning at 10s in the morning, right?
Well, grab Mr. Fancy Pants.
Am I Mr. Fancy Pants?
Oh, there's someone fancier
It's
than you.
one of the prisoners we found in the werewolf's lair.
And you have the lovely gentleman that is. Do you remember his name? I don't remember. I'll just grab one.
I did not write it down last
think-
time.
I think I did. Give me a second. Adrian.
Adrian. And at some point he just comes. So hello there. So are we leaving soon? I've brought some rations and I bought myself a tent.
Yash, did you say goodbye to your beloved?
What are you talking about?
The dwarven guard. You know, you had a lot of sexual tension with her.
It was really not, milady, and I would prefer to not be noticed of this woman for later on, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it will be sexual tension.
Yeah, look at how he's denying things.
Ah, the flames of passion.
So, how are we moving on horseback, or we're going to walk?
Well, you got two options. You can ride with our friend in the cart, or you walk.
It's pretty much the same option you had yesterday.
Yeah.
I'll skip the smell for today, at least. I guess I'll be walking. Is there any mule that I could? I don't have any money. Oh,
Yeah, I can rent my space in my bag for you if you pay me. It's like a mule.
no, I was meaning to carry me. I am not a
I'll
heavyweight.
carry you.
Yes.
Wow. Can't help.
Okay,
Um,
fine.
Are there like horses or mules we can actually buy or rent here?
You could rent one for maybe 10 gold piece with
The
a
only one
with a deposit.
the only one I'd rent would be for like Portia, because she's been through hell already, and like she deserves to be pampered. But like Mr. Fancy Pants can walk.
This noble, is he from Rexcentrum himself?
He's from
or-
Zadash. It's just that he knows people in Rexentrum, so we suggested we walk him back there, and then he can figure out his shit.
All right. How about this? And how about you and I share a horse together on our way back?
That sounds way better. What a pleasant suggestion. So, yes, of course, we can share horse for the way back, and I'll be thankful for that. Miss,
I'll pay the
can
temple.
you remember me your name?
Ilots, Portia Ilots. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Are we going now?
Yeah, but honestly, it was a good idea that we might want to grab tent unless you plan on sleeping under the stars.
I'll go find a tent.
For anyone who
I'll-
want to buy
I'll-
one, it's
I'll-
2 gold piece.
I'll come with you,
I'm
because
coming with you too.
how many places would the tents have?
Tents have 2 places.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
use our tent.
3
Kaiser.
tents.
Yes, please.
All right.
And I'm gonna take care of the horse.
Thank you. I took off 10 gold from my thing for the horse.
So how much for 3 tents?
It's 6
It's
gold.
6
Each?
No, it's 2 gold per tent.
total.
My
so
God.
yeah, 6 for 3.
I'm going to take 5 tents.
I can pay for them.
I don't
I
think you have the
can-
strength
I-
to carry it.
I can pay for 1.
I paid for all of them. It's done.
The
All
horse
right,
can carry
I
1 tent at least.
But
in addition to
Kai
it.
Shou.
I will sleep alone in mine.
Oh, so rude. I-
Vesh! We're bunking up.
all right.
All right, I accept Shroud.
Yes, thank you.
Honestly, we can just drop the tents in the cart for now.
Yes.
And the carts was pulled by Vess and Hansult, but right now Hansult's not there.
Yeah.
So the job is a bit rougher.
Which is why I was like very happy that the noble was like, I'm not gonna bunk with the smell.
Can the horse not pull the cart?
No, the horse needs
Not
to.
if you're riding
like,
it
it's-
though.
Yeah, you're already riding it.
Should we get more horses?
No, it's fine. It'll be good for my cardio.
Hmm.
Okay. Well,
It would be
I'd
good for
help.
your cardio too.
Well, I'd help. It's just that I'm not the strongest.
Well, also, it wouldn't be good with like your pulled teeth. You could reopen what I sewed back.
Eh.
Maybe if you need a bit more strength, we might have a thing that could help you with that.
Oh, that's true. We do have the belt.
Don't think I can exceed my actual strength.
No, me.
Oh yeah.
I could try it. It's just that I think you have to like attune to it.
Well, how about this? What we can do is we can do part of the travel with just me, like carrying it. When we rest, you can try tuning, and then the other part of the travel might be faster and like easier.
Well, if everyone's okay with that, then we can try.
Yeah, I'd say we need to go because I don't think Astrid is the one that's going to be like super keen if we waste time. So let's just keep moving.
Okay. Give me the belt.
What is it?
So you're attuning to it? Well, while you're walking in
Yeah, if Shroud gives me the belt, then I'll put it on and I'll start focusing on attuning to it.
For sure. I just turn the bag and shake it, and the bell drop on the floor.
And she just like puts it over like the little like corset she's wearing. Just like
if you
Looks
if you
good.
drop if you drop it below, the whole content of your bag of holding will scroll out.
But there's nothing in it yet.
Okay, cool. So you and the bell just pings, and you know, and like you said, the bell is way smaller. Like even for you, Revna, you're like, what the. But when you're trying to put it on, you'd see that this belt is going wider, and when you're trying to tie it up in your back, it fits you perfectly.
Nice.
And
how does it look?
It looks like
Ravishing.
it's custom
Like it
fit for
fits.
you.
It's still an ugly belt.
Nah, it's better looking on Refna though.
Fits her aesthetic more.
But Kaiser, you shrugged and sighed. Was there something you wanted to add?
Why?
I don't know. Usually, when people sigh heavily, it's because they're like either pissed, disturbed, or they're like trying to pass a message, but they're being passive aggressive about it.
Did you want to wear the belt?
I don't care about the belt. I'm
Okay, I'll
perfectly
keep it
fine.
then.
I'm eager to come back to Roxentrum.
Ah, the place was lovely.
Oh, Kaiser's just homesick. That's all.
Yes, that's all.
Anyway, Kaiser, you don't need a belt. I am your strength.
Yes,
And we
Shroud,
can
you
hear
helped me
lactose
hold my
intolerance.
pants. Thank you, Shroud.
And we can hear lactose intolerance everywhere going, "Aww."
Oh, that was very cute.
So while you're starting your way back towards the city of Rexentrum, with a nobleman with you to his court, I will ask. Well, one of the absent from last session. So Portia,
Yep.
roll me a d20, please.
I will do my best. That's
Also,
not a d20.
Fred, do you need me to roll something for like because of the cart, or is like the fact I'm 20 strength good enough?
You would have to, since you're carrying the
The tank, the armor, and
cart,
the body.
and probably you removed your armor, or you're
Well, I mean-
wearing it while you're pulling.
I mean, technically, I would have removed it because it's pretty constricting.
Because if you keep it, you would have a level of exhaustion at the end.
No, I removed it just because it's easier for me to just throw it on the cart with the other armor.
Yeah. All right. So Portia, D12. A
D12?
12. Sorry, a 12.
Is the object large or smaller?
What do you mean by the object?
Well, the cart, is it a large object?
The cart is a large object.
Well then, it weighs half.
Okay. So
I
Vess.
adjust its density. But I don't tell Vess.
But did you change it midway?
Well, as soon as I see that like she seems to struggle, I just like
Look
Alright.
at you being nice but not wanting to take the credit for it.
So it was kind of gray for the temperature, and when you arrive at the end of the day, when you're all setting up camp for the night, you just hear loud in the far distance.
What a calm night we're gonna have.
maybe the egg
Sounds like
exploded.
there's gonna be a storm.
Seems like our troubles are just beginning.
No link to the belt, right?
Oh dear, yeah, it might.
Yes, Revenant?
Yeah, so would I have had the time to attune to this?
With the travel, no. Since you're setting up camp and all that,
Yeah, it's
you're
like
attuning
a-
right now.
Okay, okay. 'Cause
And
I would add it to my equipment.
yes. And, well, leaving on the storm coming ahead, you have just a glimpse of what the bell does. Since you're starting to attune to it, you can increase your strength score to 21.
The sorcerer has 21 strength. Let's go.
Noodle arms that can break you in half. Let's go.
I don't need wires to pluck teeth out anymore, that's for sure.
Do it again. Do it again.
And
I guess I'll have to up my D&D on sheet because
you
Wait,
technically
after
could
tonight.
update it on Foundry. But
Foundry.
for now, we're going for a quick break. So we'll be right back, people. After this little time off, we'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. See ya, peeps. And we're back, people, to talk to you about beer. And we will talk to you about the Dark Elf, the origin of our Kaiser in the game. Dry stout to, how do you say that in English? Oh, yeah. Barley and wheat inside there. So, under her dark... Oh, wait, I have the voice thingy.
Under her dark veil, she have a delicate and sublime body.
Sublime.
Sublime. This wheat stout will charm you with her light tone of coffee and delicious note of black chocolate. Be careful. Treason might be at the corner. In any case,
For the Dark Elf, it is mostly really rich in mouth taste. Not too much, but really borderline for me. But this with like cider for a black velvet might be freaking awesome. With the small coffee and dark chocolate, that would be amazing to drink with it. So, and I think there's an hydromellerie that was working at the Salon de Passion Médiéval, and they talked a bit, so maybe partnership. I don't know with this. But no, the Dark Elf, I really liked it tonight, so we'll go do our little quick round table, and we'll start with a Shroud. Phil, how you like this little beer of the Dark Elf lady?
I've drunk it a lot before, but it's been a while. For the first half of the
Been a
game, I don't know why. I felt like it was kind of like normal, not something that pops out. But now, after the break, I took some dark chocolate cookie, and eating them with the beer is really good, actually. So I'm not sure if it's the cookie or the beer, but anyway.
Both.
But it's not the best one we've drunk so far, but But I do enjoy it. I like stout normally, so yeah.
Yeah. And let's follow up with our Vass. I know that it is less of your taste to drink these kind of beer, but how
No,
do you
actually, I do really like black beer, like dark beer usually. I didn't like this one. It was a little too bitter and a little less too like dry for my taste.
Okay.
I prefer like my dark beer a little more rounded, and I don't think it would be salvaged with cider. Like it's not a bad beer. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, okay. Totally understandable. And we'll follow up with our Rev now. Ari, how did you...
So my tasting notes are pretty much the same as Phil / Shroud, actually. I really like stout, and I also had like dark chocolate cookies in the first half of the game, actually. Yeah, they were like celebration cookies with like the like strawberry cream with like covered in dark chocolate, and they paired wonderfully with this beer. So like I feel like on its own, it's it's a stout. Like it'll have the same notes as the usual stout you would find pretty much anywhere. But like paired with the cookies with dark chocolate, it tasted fucking amazing in my opinion. So yeah, like again, not the best beer that we've had so far, but with the cookies, like I really enjoyed it. And I'm curious actually to try it in a black velvet. So I think because I'll keep my second one until I get cider and
Okay.
drink it in a black velvet just to try it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll finish with Cave because I haven't met our friend Kaiser Christoph in between the sessions for
Not true.
the
He
beer.
saw me, but he don't like me.
Would you like me to bring you a box at your stand where you were working last weekend? Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
what I
okay.
was thinking. We're seeing each other next weekend, so not this one, the one after. So should be good to bring you there.
Well,
Yeah. um, I'm wondering if there was a pack of dark chocolate cookies I was supposed to get with these beers after hearing what was going on with these two folks. Like, did I miss something here? Uh, my first thought as I was pouring this beer, I was like, "Wow, this looks like Coke," which shows how much of a stout drinker I am usually. Uh, it was. How can I say? I feel that this was the wrong season for me to drink this stout. Like the way that it has this sort of pleasant carbonation going on, and it fills your mouth and drinks fairly easily, and there's a warm feeling to it. I feel like late fall, winter days. Remember being in college and university and going to a pub with friends and grabbing like a black velvet with something akin to this. So there's a nostalgic comfort to it. Um, Nothing mind-boggling or earth-shattering, but easy to drink. It was easy to drink for a stout, and it was pretty comforting.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it.
I would have drink it like around maybe October, November for that kind of vibe. And we received it. Well, we had the beach party, the beach party earlier with the sour, and this will sums it up for tonight for Domaine Bertillon, where you can find the produce that I'm products. Sorry.
Maybe one thing I want to add is probably most of us took it fridge temperature, but normally you should be drinking it like between 10 and 14.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And it's true that I would also I gravitate towards stouts in the fall and winter as well. So I wouldn't say this is the best beer for the current season, but then
Yep. We have the blonde and troll IPA that coming in the next session. So more maybe about the beginning of summer. And we had to drink the Verona right before the salon. So yeah, that's what happened. But right now, we are at maybe 8 hours walk from Odyslo towards Rexcentrum, where our small group was. It was a graying day, and while they're setting up camp and like making maybe something cook on the fire, you just heard loud.
Yeah,
It
that's
seems to
thunder.
be maybe 2 or maybe 3 miles away, and you've seen lightning pierce the sky.
We should set up shelter.
We are in trouble.
well, sounds like just a storm to me.
Yeah. Coincidence is when you just put on a belt from the thunder god of old age.
What? And you hear the nobleman, and it's like,
It's just a turn of speech. We like
I'm
to say
I'm
that.
I'm just gonna go up to him and I'll go like, yeah, watch. And now that I've attuned to it, I'd like to like try and like lift him over my head.
so you see Rev now that is like this thing, and you just see, you try to pick up the nobleman. Well, if at first he's like, please don't touch me, you. And you just go for it, and he's like, you pull it really easily. Like the small lady that Revna is, you just see her throw him like a baby, like you would be catching up, throwing and catching him up.
Well,
A very fashionable belt. Yeah.
Since
See,
when
I
are you
can
so
shoulder
strong?
brush him. Well, since I started wearing the belt.
a belt.
Oh. That's crazy.
And
Still, the belt
Look,
is ugly.
one arm.
Yeah, you should probably like bring him down. Just in
leave
case
me,
he-
let me down on the
okay.
ground, please.
Okay, point made.
Your hand is in my butt.
Oh, ooh, I'm gonna go wash that.
I mean, they do say nobility is being puppeteered, so
Sock
Oh
puppet.
gosh. Tell me with the storms coming that I will be sleeping in a tent tonight.
Oh
well, you
yes.
do have a tent.
You caught me in a cell, milady. I asked for being taken care of until we are in Rexcentrum.
Yes, you will share a tent with Portia right here.
Then
I give a little friendly smile, but those of you who have more sharper see that there's a little quiver of the lips going like, I'm taking one for the team.
at least
I'm
one.
just gonna wink toward like Portia and like thank you for your sacrifice.
At least I'll be staying with the only. Thank you. And he's going. You see that he's going like for the tent.
Give me love. Alright, let's set up shelter. If we're seeing that there's a big thunderstorm coming, Portia's like, well, as I look around herself, are there like branches or trees around us, or maybe an outcropping under which we might be able to set up our stuff so that the rain doesn't completely
Drench
soak
it.
our tents?
Also, we might want to dig like trenches around, so, like the water goes in there instead of swarming and like flooding our tents.
I hate forests.
For some majestic.
I trust you because I am very, very, very far from home.
Ooh,
Well,
ooh, 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 ooh. Shall I check up on our friend Hanschult?
if you want, so I'm just gonna be doing like the trenches around the tent.
So you are doing your. Is it the equivalent of a clairvoyance or scrying?
It's remote viewing, so let me bring it back up. There. So if I am within 10 miles, I can enter trance as an action. It lasts for a minute, and I'm able to see and hear from the token that I left, as if I were where it is.
You are not within 10 miles.
Hmm.
Since he's walking somewhere and you're walking somewhere else, with the distance that each of you just walked, it's above the 10 miles range. So you close your eyes and you're like, fuck.
Which is really fucking unsettling to everyone because Revna barely ever blinks whenever like you're around her. And then as she opens her eyes again, she just goes, "Oh, guess Anshult moves really fast."
Oh, is he running very fast to his destination?
Well, I can't really see where he's at, so he's out of range.
Oh.
Well, in a day of walking, you're usually walking 24 miles in a day. So
Well, I mean, he could have been really slow, okay?
Maybe he was enjoying a pint or two. He
I
likes
waited too long. It's fine.
Well, if you put it that way, you're so far away from your teeth problem.
Hmm. Again, it probably won't grow back overnight, since we won't be benefiting from a long rest, but you know, next time we're in Rexentrum, I'll have all of my teeth back.
That's a, yeah, a good night's sleep is known to grow back teeth, I guess.
Well, when you're me. Yes.
Okay, so Kaiser takes first turn. I'm gonna go sleep. Bye.
Bye. Well, can we before going to sleep have a plan in case a thunder god or avatar comes in? What we do?
We die.
Yeah, seems
Do you
like a
Um,
want
good plan.
us to plan for the arrival of an avatar of a god?
No, what I
Oh,
mean is,
we can shut up watch.
I mean, do we remove the belt from from Revna?
Well, that's assuming Cord wouldn't be all right with me wearing his belt.
Well, he might put you through a trial to see if you're strong enough.
Well, I
That's also a good point.
am strong enough. I just lifted that noble. So,
All right, go to sleep. It might be your last.
it's fine. Vesh will protect me.
That's putting a lot of faith in me.
I'll learn
Do
a
you think
spell
if
whilst you do that. And I prepare like the scroll, alter self, and like some ink to be ready to learn it in my spell.
Perfect.
I'll set up an alarm, and as I do that, I will wonder if Cord is a fan of a nice cup of tea.
You can. You're preparing tea. That's what you
As
mean.
well, might as well. Hey, maybe he just wants tea at night, on a stormy night, you know, to warm him up.
And the rain starts to pour and pour. The nice thing that Vast took the time to dig a bit around the tent, so the water move across you. And Kaiser, with the light of a candle, you're writing down, trying to work properly. And
It's
then
okay, I
again,
have so much dark vision. I mean, I can just have like a light far away and I'm be good. I
And-
am the night.
really close, you hear another.
So I close what I was doing. And I just like prepare myself in case someone important just arrive and has to speak to me.
And Revna, where would you be right now
I
when
knew it.
everyone is doing
knew
this?
I'm sleeping in the tent that I share with Vess.
All right. Vess, you would be with her?
Yeah, but probably getting ready to like replace Kaiser's
Turn.
turn
Okay.
and like take second shift.
Good. From what's happening, don't worry, Vess, you'll survive.
Okay.
Because right now, there's only, you hear the crack of lightning, but you know that the light travel faster than the sound. Well, this time, since you're right under, you just, Kaiser, you're getting out of the tent, and at the moment you peek, you just see a large lightning bolt just piercing the sky and on Ravna's tent. And you just see Vesgi getting expulsed and being thrown out of the way, but no damage comes out of this Ves.
I think I go see Revna.
Does it wakes everybody up or?
Yes, there's literally a lightning bolt that just fell down next to your tent. So everybody wakes up with that, and all of you, when you go to see Revna, Kaiser, all of you just hear the voice coming from all around you. There's mountains at the top side, and it seems to be coming from really far, and then you just hear it booming in your back.
Who are you?
I think we done said that.
We're about to meet new people. That's nice.
I stay in my tent.
I
Revna,
think
you
Yeah,
suffered
Revna.
the equivalent of 20d6 lightning. And this is at this particular moment that you see Revna lift in the air from the debris of the tent, and you just see white hair emanating, and her hair is flowing since it's already white, and you just see that it's bright and white. While you are now in the storm avatar state, you are immune to lightning and thunder damage. When you hit with a weapon attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you deal thunder damage instead. And when you hit with that weapon with a piercing or slashing, it is lightning damage instead. And as a bonus action, you can, within 30 feet of you, you can make a lightning strike from the sky for a 3d6 lightning damage. But again, you are in this state and you're confused, you're half possessed, and in the storm, there's a gigantic shadow that is just the silhouette of a titanic man that just repeats.
Who are you?
Revna, I think you have to answer, and please don't make jokes about it this time. Revna, can you hear me?
Can I?
Yes, you are conscious right now. You just seen that state, that storm avatar state just pops up, and you're literally floating into the air, and your feet are now touching the ground as this state seems to be keeping on you.
So, to the rest of you, for probably like the first time that you have known Revna, she actually looks fucking like mortified as she's looking up to this big figure obscured by the clouds. She just actually goes like, Revna, in the smallest of voices.
Are you worthy to
Yes!
wear this belt?
And
Yeah.
this time you just see another crack of lightning coming up from the skies, and you see this large man's, and now the cloud seems to be moving a bit, and you see a large white beard, and again the lightning strike, and this Revna, now you're losing half your HP.
No time to joke. Ask him what he wants you to prove.
My friend's asking what you want me to prove.
Are you worthy to wear what bring demise to betrayer gods?
Yes, tell that you hate betrayer gods and that you will wield his thunder to strike them down or something like that.
Yeah.
Quiet!
And Kaiser, you're knocked unconscious by lightning at 0 HP.
I deserved it.
Well, Well,
I
what
need to learn that.
he said actually, I never really subscribed to the pantheon. I wouldn't say I worship anyone in particular, but I, I, you seem worthy of my worship more than any of those dumb betrayer gods. That for sure.
Then you think about consequences.
As you just see another lightning striking straight to your belt. The belt opens. You are knocked unconscious at 0 HP, Ravna.
Well,
When you'll talk to me as a warrior, as someone worthy of this belt. Maybe.
As the background sky not brightens up, but everything seems to be leaving the periphery. And you have Revna and Kaiser being unconscious on the ground. Toasty from
Man.
lightning.
We're lucky I didn't attune that in the city of Adelslo.
Like the ruins of Delsna.
So I get out after there's no more noise coming out to see the scene and start panicking a bit.
Yeah. Around that same time, Portia's gonna emerge with a teapot, trembling very timidly from the tent flaps, and she sees the bodies, drops her teapot, burns herself, and runs to try to heal her friends who have been knocked by lightning.
If you spend healing spells, you brought them back conscious. And
You get a cure light wounds. You get a cure light wounds.
And Revenant Kaiser, you heard what he said when he left in your heads while being unconscious.
Oh, I hate to be right all the time.
So
Oh,
as
yeah,
soon
what's
as Revna regains consciousness, she'll actually untie the belt and just like throw it away from her.
The belt was, when the lightning
Oh.
struck, the belt removed itself, and that's when you suffered all the whole damage.
Okay, yeah. She just scrambles away from the belt in that case.
Well, I'll just. I think I healed Revna first. I'm going to Kaiser, seeing how he's doing.
I don't think that belt's for me.
What makes you think that?
And Vess, are you okay? You
That was sarcasm.
I understand your humor now.
Well, I guess there's such a thing as being too fashion forward.
Well, you heard what he said. I'm not a warrior or anything like that.
No, we actually didn't hear anything.
Oh. He spoke so loud. I thought maybe everyone heard. Anyway, he wants whoever wears this belt to prove himself as a warrior, and you've seen me. Look at how big my arms are. I'm no.
We can work on that.
Actually, Vash, I think you should have this.
Can we really stay here for the night? It seems not really secured now. No?
I don't think the god is coming back. I think.
And
No, I know, but it's gonna attract attention or anyway.
I don't
when
think
Shroud
anybody
said, when Shroud said that doesn't seem safe. You hear the rain stops abruptly.
Wow. All Revna's fault.
Yeah, it's all our fault.
So I'm kind of like holding the belt at like the very tip of my fingers, like not, really wanting to hold this. And I'm gonna like bring the belt to me, wait to see what happens, and then bring it closer to Vess, see if anything like changes.
When you bring it closer to you, you hear something inside your head.
A warrior doesn't mean someone who fights with his bare hands, but someone who have the will to survive, to make his place amongst the greatest. You're from Xorhast. Surviving is your everyday. Think further.
And
I'm gonna yeah, go ahead.
silence. And silence.
Okay. I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna go like, so do you want me to keep it or
There's no answer.
You can put it back in the bag for now,
yeah, I think I might do that. Huh. Well, he didn't outright reject me, so I guess that's a good thing.
You had a window. The gods, especially the olds, they just want like their ego stroke. You have to do some research on him, learn how he punished his foes in the back the whole days. If it's something you want to do.
Well, it felt really cool when I was all floaty and stuff, but then getting struck by lightning, that didn't feel as cool, so...
Well, I assume it won't be just the cool part if he gives you his power.
But like Vess, your tent is all exploded. Are you fine?
Yeah, actually.
Your backpack is a bit all over the place and such, but
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll need to gather my shit, but yeah.
No, but that's
seems-
interesting because it means that thing saved Vess.
I think it was more timing of me getting out of the tent at the same time.
Oh, wait. What if you hold it and I'm just gonna throw the belt at her?
No.
And I'm gonna reflectively catch it because something is being thrown my way.
Stop throwing divine things around.
you
Stop.
have the belt of cord storm girdle inside your hand.
Start paying some respect.
Honestly, I agree with Kaiser on that one, which we should take note somewhere.
I'm
So
just
for the
gonna
rest of what I just
lean-
said, you do not agree with me?
I'm just gonna lean into her space, looking at her with big unblinking eyes, and go like, "So you hear any voices?"
Do I hear any voices?
And when you come closer to the belt, Revna, since your essence is actually still attuned to it, you, Revna, hear in your head, well, both of you, Vess and Revna, you hear a,
I'm not choosing. You have to be worthy to wear this belt.
Makes sense.
If you lack the will to wear it, it is your own destiny that fades.
Yeah, Makes sense. Sounds very divine-y.
Divine.
Kind of sounds like when I go to church and like the priests are like, if something is your failing, then like either you like didn't properly follow the tenets or something, and so
Oh,
he was
oh,
basically saying if we're like weak-willed, it is our own falling, sort of.
wait. So you go to church.
Yeah,
You're much more into this whole religious thing than I am then.
yeah, but I don't pray to old gods. I follow tenets of like justice and Erathis.
Well, if I recall correctly, the old gods are not that intense on the devotee. More about their principles.
Well, I don't really follow any god's tenets, so.
I mean, maybe we can put it on ice, but like respectfully put it back somewhere safe because it's an artifact.
Is there a Temple of Cord in Rex Centrum?
No, because there is specific rules about religion in the Dwindlian Empire. The only allowed one are Bahamut, Erathis, Iyun, Moradin, Pellar, and the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since I'm not from the Dwindlian Empire, I don't mind keeping Cord's belt with me. It's just that, I don't really think I'm worthy or anything.
Maybe you're not worthy yet. Maybe this is a test.
Well, I did get fried
But you
like
didn't
10
die.
minutes ago.
You didn't die. I
Yeah.
think you passed some part of the test, actually.
Yeah. To be honest, when we do talk about divine wrath, the fact that you're still standing is means that you haven't failed.
Well, or that, I guess I have good party members to bring me back up.
I mean, both are not mutually exclusive.
Why are you forcing anything on her?
I'm not forcing. I'm just telling her like consider it and let's pack it safely instead of throwing it.
And I'm going to very carefully fold it and put it into my pack.
Now, if you don't mind, I finish my.
Yeah, I
Tour
was
it out.
actually
I'm
getting
going to
out of
sleep.
the tent to relay so you can go catch some Z's or pray or whatever.
I'm pretty sure we're missing a tent now.
Not my problem anymore. I warned you about it. And I just go to sleep.
Yeah, good answer. And I go to sleep with Kaiser.
I mean, Rev, I'm pretty sure you're small enough to just cuddle with these two, and if they're sleeping, they're not gonna notice.
I was about to say I could sleep in a tree, but yeah, for sure.
I can also stay up with you for 2 hours, if anything.
Don't think that's the best course of action with your state. You
How
might get
about
exhausted.
both of you? Like, I'll keep watch for the rest of the night. Just
If you wouldn't mind, I would like to not be in the same tent as the one who got struck by lightning.
Well, you weren't, so that's a good thing, right?
What happens if it happens a second time?
Well, considering we paid for your tent, you can sleep outside while Valsh and I take your tent.
It is Portia's, Milady Portia's tent, so...
I assure you that you are perfectly safe. We have appeased for the moment Cords, so you don't risk getting struck by lightning anytime tonight.
You're actually more likely to catch a cold or like.
Well, at
Yeah,
least the
that's
rain
what-
has stopped.
Yeah.
I'll be grabbing my bedroll since it's dry.
And when he's gonna be out of earshot, I'm just gonna say that's why I don't fuck with nobles.
Oh, but We play nice for a few days, they owe us for a few months.
Yeah, I usually am not the one handling that part. I just can't stand the fuckers.
I understand. I understand. Just didn't expect us to have a visit from the divine tonight, so that throws a wrench in our plans.
I'd say it's small entrave on the path.
Yeah, a little hiccup.
It's part of the journey.
Something to laugh about over a nice cup of tea a few days from now.
Yeah, definitely a few days from now.
I didn't roll event table since someone decided to wear it.
Oh, good, that's a event for a lifetime.
But
So-
I want to speak with Kaiser before going to sleep.
Ooh.
As I'm removing my makeup.
Yeah. Hey, Kaiser. I'm gonna talk not too loudly since it's 10th.
What?
Do you think it's safe to keep that guy named Adrian around us, knowing we have that belt and whatever happened with it, like just now? Won't he be spilling like all the stuff he saw to somebody we should not know it actually?
Well, those secrets, they're worth nothing. They don't concern us, just concern an old god and a belt we could sell somewhere.
And a belt we are walking around with?
For now. But if no one in our party intend to wear the belt, we just are going to sell it or store it somewhere. Why, do you want to assassinate someone, Shroud?
I know, I'm just asking for a friend.
I know it's for you, Kaiser. My name is Kaiser. Why do you want to kill someone?
Well, I didn't say I wanted to kill him. I just felt like he might be a danger to us, but I'm gonna do what you want me to do. I don't
No,
mind.
but I want to point out that it's a good thinking to be more cautious in the future. Like, not put dangerous god belt. That would have
Yeah,
been the
I
better
never
move.
tried that actually. I don't know
Yeah.
why Revna did that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no problem. Well, I'm gonna tell my friend what you told me. I think he's gonna be satisfied with it.
Go ahead, tell him.
I'm satisfied with it.
There you go.
And I go on with my makeup routine.
Makeup removal. So you go through the whole night, and with Portia healing you 9 for Revna and 12, you can spend your hit dice as a short rest for to heal yourself up, Revna and Kaiser, because you suffered damage the night before. And we will be taking next session the rest of the walk to Rexcentrum.
See, that's why it was a good idea not to bring the egg as well as the belt. Like, imagine if, like, the thunder, like, the lightning had fell onto the egg.
Thunderstruck.
Yeah, but, like, not as fun as the AC/DC song.
So I'd like to point out that out of my 4d6 that I rolled for my short rest, I rolled 2 ones.
Nice.
Rolls that reflect the quality of the night.
You didn't like your game, Cave? Because I was about to start with you for your recap of session.
Oh, I'm having a great time. I am just I'm at that safe distance, like not the first row seat, but like third or fourth row, so I don't get the splash in my face, but I still get a very immersive show.
Well, you've seen the scene of what happened with Ravna, the whole lot of you. So, well, Kevin, Portia, how you like your night? This game.
It's good to be back after missing a game. It was quite eye-opening, that blinding flash of lightning. No, I really enjoyed it. It's all the little things that make me love D&D, the interactions between our characters, the little recap, tormenting the poor NPCs that you put before us because we're nice, friendly people that way. Testing Kaiser's patience and or sanity. Mischievous whispers with Shroud. Bonding over being the responsible ones, but not really. I'm just an age of chaos that's well disguised with Vess. And Revna had a great time. So yeah, I'm having a great time. I'm entertained.
All right, let's follow up with our Shroud with Phil. How do you like your game?
It was a fun game. I'm kind of happy that we concluded the mission actually because we were starting to talk back about Rixentrum, the dragon there, and stuff that I was like, oh yeah, that's what's waiting for us. So yeah, I'm really eager to go back to Rixentrum, and we're going there. Uh, the scene with Revna going storm like the X-Men was kind of nice too. Uh, so no, a couple of things I did like in the game.
Yeah, Storm was exactly the image I had.
Yeah, same.
Freaking floating with the white hair.
Unleashing the mighty skills.
Yeah.
And well, we'll follow up with the one that's been projectiled from the tent. That means Vess. Viv, how do you like your game?
I had a lot of fun. It was fun to be like to go back to having this like kind of teasing, like making light jest to Kaiser, and like Shroud being like, I have a friend, and it's like, dude, we know you're like the one that's on it, and like Have being like Portia being sort of responsible, very motherly, but also like we know that's just a ruse, and like Revna being like, "Am I a chosen one?" It was really cool. It was a great game.
Who are you, Revna?
You belt who this?
Let's follow up with Kaiser, our edge lord. Well,
Yes.
not that much. He's the serious one of the group.
I'm the grumpy one now. It's always fun to jump in back in the game and just like, without understanding everything that's happening because I missed the last game, just knowing that some choices are the bad ones, and I feel it in my bones, and I like it to just like express those feelings. And yeah, so I like to be the grumpy voice and the voice of reason that no one listened to. So yeah, it's nice.
Nice. And let's finish with our chosen one, Revna. Harry.
So I'll just say it's good to have the whole gang back together.
Yeah, it's a full party tonight.
Like, I was looking forward to the game. Other
The game was
than
looking
that,
forward to you.
I mean, I'm a very fucker.
Oh,
No, it's
no.
not a good
Oh.
time for that.
we're having the timing with the lag with cameras
Oh.
and sound.
Is it
No.
still lagging? Hello?
We hear you well now,
Okay.
and the camera seems to be less buggy. Go for it. Oh.
Cool. Well, yeah, I was. Are you good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the sound, it's
Yeah,
good,
okay.
so everything's fine.
Okay. I was just gonna say I'm very much the fuck around and find out type of D&D player, and I guess I fucked around and found out.
Quite
That's the way
the
to put it.
on point.
So yeah,
Oh God.
that was my takeaway from this whole session. Other than the fact that I was like, no one wants this fucking belt. You're really gonna let the sorcerer have the god of warriors belt? Okay then, fuck it. I guess I went from 21 strength. Cool. So yeah, that was just like, okay, we're gonna go for it. And then shit happened, and I was like, cool. So
Well-
yeah, that was my takeaway. But I still had a really good time, and I'm happy everyone was able to play this time. So yay!
Yes, and with that little egg that you decided to went back to fetch inside the cavern. Well, you had insult with you. You suggested. I like the little altercation between Kaiser and him. Like, well, you can also not report. Well, okay, no, I just said like the nerd guy to not report. I cannot. I'll catch that back. And well, I really liked my game too. There was a lot of info dump and thing that happened in this 3-hour session, 2 hour and a half, 3 hour session.
It's very painful.
So yes, with all that, well, with the new setup and the beer that's hitting a bit more than I was thinking, we will only switch to our end screen. So next week we have Insurrection with our Star Wars game in French that we have. We'll be posting soon for a new project that will be only YouTube. That will be the Eve. Well, I'm already messing it up. Thank you, Beer.
Isn't it
Vecna,
Vecna
Eve of Ruin? Yeah. That I'll be launching soon. I reached out to some specific other content creator to see if they would be willing to. It's gonna be a French one on YouTube. So, and as soon as I close these spots, I will be reaching out to you, Epic Fumble page, that you can see on the socials over there that I'll be putting in chat. So, if anyone want to play on a campaign of level 10 to 20, you just have to be aware of whatever happens in the multiverse of D&D, because it's happening everywhere. So, with all that, I'll wish you a great night, and remember always that may your fumble become epic stories. See ya, peeps.